She's like,
Hi.
So, hello, good morning.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Mallory Wireman. I hope today you're having a fun day. My mom said, real artists, have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Who's here?
No one yet. They're coming. Look at these dogs. They're so crazy. Stop it. All right. Good morning, everyone. We are getting ready to do Terrazzo nails, and I'm so excited. I have Hannah here with me. I've got two giant golden retriever dogs that are fighting underneath my legs.
And we have a monkey over here. Crazy monkey.
Hi.
And a crazy monkey, Mallory. I posted one of your videos yesterday, the one where you were like, hi, I'm Mallory. I'm going to teach you to do nails. Do you remember that video? You're being shy, huh? Everybody says hi. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all are excited. I'm so excited to show you guys this technique. It's so much fun.
You did it?
Yeah, I did it, girl.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it cool?
Everybody, you'll love my mother. She's a real friendly.
Did you make it? I like that.
Okay. Thank you. All right. We
Well,
ready?
we're leaving y'all because there's
Okay.
barely any space for us here.
Yeah, this is my closet. by the way.
Bye. Have fun.
Peace out. Can I take one of your phones?
No.
No, honey, they're not toys. I love you. Will you please shut the dogs in here?
Where?
In my bedroom. Make sure they stay here, okay? I love you. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited about this technique. Y'all are going to love this. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before, so I'm really excited. Those are my children's. They are, we're getting ready to move, so they are not in school. They have been unenrolled, and they will be re-enrolled hopefully by the beginning of next week. Please, Jesus. And yeah, I'm ready to jump in. I wanted to throw out there really fast. If you're not signed up for the new Portfolio Builder class, please make sure you get signed up for it. It is going to be the weekend after Premiere Orlando, and it's virtual. So it's an actual Zoom class where I can see what you're doing and you can see what I'm doing. And it's really cool. I love it that way. I did one like that probably about 6 months ago, and it was awesome. So all the designs in the class are brand new, and I'm really excited. I might put this one in there. I don't know if we can like have coffee grinders and all that in class, but whatever. So we'll figure it out. But I am getting ready to flip the phone down. If y'all do not mind, if you would share this live, just let everybody know, remind them that we are here getting ready to go live. So if you take a minute and share, that would help me out tremendously. I can't share it because I am not in my typical setup, so I don't have access to my typical stuff that I have access to. But yeah, if you guys would do me a huge favor and do that, that would be amazing. All right, I am going to flip the phone down. Y'all, this is going to be crazy. And we'll go ahead and get started. Also going to close my closet door. And here we go. I feel like I'm a little bit early. Thanks for sharing, y'all. I appreciate that. So this was nutty, and I cannot wait to share this with you. Let me see. I just have to like tighten some screws here. Okay. All right. So I have no nails on, but this is the technique that we are doing. It is a terrazzo look, and I am so excited to teach y'all this. I had some crazy ideas for how we could accomplish this look and really get like a super authentic look to it, because I was going after like a very, very authentic, in real terrazzo, there's an element of depth that you see. And I really wanted to make sure that we were able to capture that. I found what really did that for me is this color right here called Antique. This is kind of a weird color. If you don't have this color from us, I feel like a lot of you watching already have this color, which is awesome. But if you don't have this color, this is one of those weird colors that you're like, what would I ever do with this? And if you haven't seen it, it's like a very see-through white. It's not, I mean, it's almost like putting see-through wax on something the way they would do to furniture. And that is what this color antique is. But for artistic purposes, this is a tool you should have in your arsenal because there's so many cool things that you can do with this color. All right, I'm really excited to show you the wacky way that I came up with this. This is something that you're gonna have to take a little bit of time to do. And it's one of those things you can totally prepare in advance and then it's good to go and it's ready to go and you really don't have to do it ever again. So it's one of those things that you have to do one time, but what it is that you have to do is you have to actually make some of this stuff. And these are like my little terrazzo particles that I've made. It's not something that I want to make and sell because it's like one of those crazy things and it's fun. And for you all, you know, storytelling really sells your nail art. And if you are able to tell your customers or share the story of how these nails are created with them, it's going to make the nails even more special for them. And so I'm going to show you how to create a blend of like terrazzo looking particles like this. I made 3 different batches. And I'm not going to sit here and like take all day and make a batch, like a whole batch in person. I'm just going to show you quickly the process of how to do and create this stuff. But this is where you get to use your expertise and your artistic eye and decide like what types of blends you really want to have. Very traditional, typical terrazzo. You're going to see something along the lines of this. So we have the color eucalyptus in here. I believe I have caramel apple. I have the color called empowered and dark jade. And so those are the 4 colors that are in this. Listen, comment 3, 2, 1 and see what happens. I believe if you comment 3, 2, 1, it will automatically message you in your inbox the exact coffee grinder that I used. It's like a $15 coffee grinder from Amazon that I purchased specifically for doing weird art projects, so I don't actually use it to grind coffee. See if it doesn't work on this post right here. If you just go to our regular Facebook page and comment 3, 2, 1, it is probably going to send that to you. So hopefully it's working. I set it up in ManyChat to send it to you. So you can let me know if it works. And if it doesn't work, I will go and like reset it to make sure we get it to you. Thank y'all. So anyway, but I did because I knew you guys were going to be like, what coffee grinder is it? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. It's working. Great. It is an affiliate. Like I am an Amazon affiliate, although like I hardly ever do anything with it. So, I mean, I might make like 12 cents off of like sharing the code for this thing, but it is like a little $15 coffee grinder. And again, I keep it in the salon and I use it for weird art stuff. I'll use it sometimes to blend pigments, or if you're blending glitter with acrylic powder or like any type of powder blending or mixing. I love using a coffee grinder to do it. It's a great way to blend stuff. So something cool to keep in your arsenal of stuff. All right, so let me show you how I did this. There actually is a little bit of science behind it. And some things that I noted when I was creating this. I noticed that if I took my pieces, so here's how I make it. I took a couple of clear Wildflowers forms. I grabbed my gel polish color. So this is like the neon purple color. And I went in and I just made... This is kind of fun and satisfying to do too. And again, like the mixture is never going to go bad. You're going to be able to use it on tons of clients. So it's one of those things where like you get to kind of choose what colors you want based off of your gel polish colors. And so here is my gel polish color. I'm going to stick this in the lamp, just right side up, just like this first. So curing that, I'm just popping my light for 60 seconds. I was actually doing 2 colors at once before, which was why I had 2 forms stuck together. You can work a little bit faster, but 1 coat is all I do. If you start getting the gel polish too thick, what happens is the particles will actually turn out, like you'll get some really big chunks when you're blending it in that coffee grinder, like it won't make little chunks. So what I want to show you is, I want to show you my neon blend because you'll see what I'm talking about. So on the green and the yellow, especially, I did top coat on both sides of the slab of gel polish. And when I did that, it made it harder for it to break down in the coffee grinder. Whereas like the pink and the orange, see how I got such little tiny particles? So whatever you do, you want to do consistently to all of your slabs of gel polish that you're going to toss into the coffee grinder. So I've done my first cure on this layer of gel polish. What I like to do to ensure that it has cured on this side as well is I will take this and flip it upside down, and I will put it in the light again just to cure that underneath side and make sure I have a perfectly good cure. And then what I'll do is I'll follow with 1 coat of top coat. And that tends to make it just crispy enough that it's perfect for the coffee grinder. So I'm going to now pull this out, and I will do a coat. And it's okay that it's a little see-through. Having it a little see-through is like no big deal at all. So again, those colors that I mentioned at the beginning are very traditional terrazzo colors if you're just looking to go traditional. But imagine all of the fun possibilities that you can create, all of the cool things that you can create, like the neons, for example. You could have a backdrop of like a hot pink glass gel, and then you could put those neon terrazzo pieces into the neon pink backdrop and have a really cool stained glass like terrazzo look. So you guys can go crazy. You could probably add foils if you wanted to put some little pieces of gold foil in your terrazzo. But yeah, this is like one of those really fun creative projects. So we have our gel polish slab. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off, and you're going to notice like it's got some flexibility to it. But when I peel it off, I want to ensure that this back side is not sticky. I don't want this to feel sticky at all. If it's sticky, that means the back side didn't cure properly, but nothing here feels sticky. It's very like plasticky. And so I'm going to take this, and I would do several colors typically. Let me get zoomed out for a second here. Y'all just bear with me. Or here, let me do this. I'm in my, look, I've got my slippies on. I'm in my closet because we're moving, and this is just where I have my desk set up temporarily. But anyway, this is the coffee grinder. I'm going to take any slabs that I make for my blend and literally just throw them into the coffee grinder. So I would put all of them in. I'm not going to like sit here and do a bunch of slabs and waste your time. I would put them all in. And then what you want to do is pulse. You want to just do a pulse like this, little pulses. And what'll happen is it'll break this into the perfect little pieces for terrazzo. I can just add this to my neon one. So little pulses. You will also notice that you'll have a little bit of static electricity that'll start to happen. So just, be prepared for that. The more you do it, the more static you'll have. And so I'm just going to add that purple to my little neon blend that I had there. See what I'm talking about with the static? If you want to stick your finger in to get that out, please unplug. So make sure you have it unplugged before you stick your finger in. I would wear a glove, obviously. It just makes sense to wear a glove when you're working with this stuff. But, I'm not actually working on any humans right now in a salon. But yeah, you can get in there and just make sure you get all those little pieces out of there. And so that is how your mixture is made for these terrazzo nails. And it is so freaking fun. I sat with Hannah, and she was like, Mom, what in the world are you doing? And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I've been doing nails long enough and I've been teaching live long enough that I can already kind of know. So some of you who follow me over on my creatives coach, where I'm teaching like about how to go live and about how to teach and do these types of things, I said to her, like, I've never done these types of nails before, but I know that it's going to work. And I have a really cool idea that I want to try. And because of my ADHD and, all of that, I took some pictures of Terrazzo, I put it up there, and I was like, darn it, I'm going to figure it out by the time I have to go live. And so anyway, we sat there the next day after I announced the live, and we got the coffee grinder out and just messed around, and the idea worked right away, which was awesome. So let's talk about how to get this onto the nails now and how to get that look of depth that you see there, because it is so stinking cool. It is so cool. So I'm going to be using one of our nails in a box. I'm going to stick it on my tip holder. So whether you're working on a client or doing a press-on business, always take that little catchy thing off. Doesn't that drive you bonkers? It drives me bananas. I can't stand it. And so I'm going to go with my traditional Terrazzo color blend. Again, this is, if you want to write this down or take notes, this is eucalyptus, caramel apple, desert rose, I forgot one earlier, dark jade, and empowered. Those are the colors that are in this very traditional Terrazzo mixture, okay? And so I can choose really anything I want for background. And that's what's so fun is like you can be really playful with your background colors. I'm going to go with this color right here. It's called Buttercream, to do just kind of like a creamy white-ish background. Another one that I thought would look super dope would be to use Siesta Key. Wouldn't Siesta Key look awesome? Do y'all remember what Siesta Key looks like? If you don't have Siesta Key is, I need to shake this a little more. Siesta Key is one of the textured gel polishes that actually looks a little bit sandy. And I feel like I might have it here. I'm going to look just really fast, so bear with me, y'all. I have my texture gel polishes right here in my closet. So I'll show you. Here's what Siesta Key looks like in case you don't have Siesta Key. It's a little bit of, like it looks kind of sandy. Can you see that? So this I think would be a super, super cool background as well for Terrazzo nails. Any of your ash collection. There's several gorgeous colors. We have this collection. I believe there's like 5 or 6 of them that are called ash. If you just go to our website and type in ASH, ash, they will pop up for you in case you don't have them. You need them. You really, really need our ash collection because of things like this. All right, so I have the color Buttercream, and I'm gonna put my first coat on, making sure I don't hook behind the nail tip. I hate that. Don't get your brush over the edge and make a blob under it, okay? Yeah, Siesta Key, gorgeous. So we'll put this into our light and give that a 30-second cure. And this is where I started debating. I was like, do I want to do another coat and cure it? Do I want to do a coat and put it into the wet gel polish? Do I want to just like put a coat of base gel and do it in the base gel? So what I decided to do for the pink nail that you saw, this is over the color called Tickled. And what I did was I put a coat of just wet gel polish down. So I used my regular color again and just left it wet. Now, the next question is, how do we get these particles into this wet gel polish? Like, how are we going to do that part? Again, I was kind of like, well, let me just try something and see what happens. So here we go. The second coat, this is important. You want to keep this coat real thin when you do this. So we're not trying to make like we're just trying to make it a little sticky. So we're not trying to be like real juicy about it. We're trying to just get a little bit of a nice thin sticky kind of layer on there. So just like that's going to be perfect. There we go. Foil gel, I would say, yeah, I'm sure you could. That's actually a great idea, buddy. I would say foil gel too. The only thing is, like, I didn't want to, here's my thing. The depth that you see in here, I knew that these would not have to all lay flat, because what I wanted to do was, I'm trying to like see if I can really get it zoomed. I wanted to be able to file into little parts of this to really make it look like it's like going down in. And so I didn't want it to hug like perfectly when I do this part. And so that was where I was a little bit like, ooh, do I do this? Do I do that? I'm going to put on a glove for this part. All right. So here's how I went about it. And of course you're going to want, like, if you're doing this on your client, you're not going to want to like do this and reuse it and do it and reuse it on different people because it's gross. So you're just going to have to take some and like set it, you know, use it for your client. But I literally took it and was like, wee, and I just sprinkled it. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like when people get those floors done in their garage and they like throw those flakes all over it. So I just kind of went crazy sprinkling it. And again, you're going to have to like, you know, manage this for sanitation purposes when you're in the salon. If you're doing press-on nails, like, you don't have to worry so much. So yes, definitely like just sprinkle it on there. I've got a couple little pieces on my glove. I can be a little bit strategic about where those go. So now, of course, we can't have stuff like hanging off the edges. So first thing I do is I'll come around the edges. If I'm working on a client, a lot of times I can take a tool like this just to go around the back because I don't want anything like hanging off first of all. Then I'll come in and I will use my gloved finger to sort of just gently press on this a little bit. And again, like it might start to get a little crazy. I have a pair of tweezers also. So I can just sort of scoot this around where I need it to be. That actually doesn't look terrible like that. I might just move a little bit of the stuff. But if you look from the side, I mean, you can definitely see this nail has a little texture to it. It's definitely not going to lay perfectly flat. So don't make that your expectation. That would be a bad expectation to have because then you'll be like, what is going on? My tweezers, you can take these tweezers and I can just scoot around a couple pieces of this, just pieces that like really fell on top of other pieces, or if I have any like areas that just look empty where I want to just scoot some stuff in. Don't make yourself too bananas though, because it's supposed to look sort of random. So you don't want to make the mistake of coming in here and trying to like space everything out perfectly. But having the wet layer of gel polish under there, that really thin wet layer, actually kind of helps. And even if it does get up on top of your pieces a little bit, what's really kind of cool about it is it gives it more depth. So I like that. Again, around the edges. Really don't want anything like even close to hanging off of an edge. Okay? Cure. So we're going to put this in the light. We're going to cure this for, I just always pop my light on 60 seconds, but it only takes 30. I don't know. I just always extra like that. Now, here is where antique comes into play. This is where you're going to grab antique and you're going to do a coat of antique. This reminds me a lot of doing like what you used to call them rock star nails or glitter nails, where you would have like a rough surface that you have to file. So we are going to have to do a bit of filing or buffing. I grabbed out of my stash a 180/240 natural nail file that we sell. So I have one of these. I also have a 180 sponge buffer that I used a little bit afterwards. But honestly, I like filing with this guy. Like I'm trying to kind of aggressively like get it smooth. I'm not trying. I feel like when you use a sponge buffer, it just takes off sharpness, but it leaves it lumpy still. And I'm trying to get it like to perfection, high shine, so that it looks like a flippin' countertop. all right? So I don't want lumpy when I file. I want it to be perfectly glass-like on top. So I go with a more aggressive. You could also probably utilize a sanding band. Thanks, buddy. You could definitely utilize a sanding band for that step as well on an electric file, but like don't be afraid of it. It's gel polish, y'all, and it's all like bonded together. Here's my coat of antique, and you can be a little bit generous, but again, you're gonna notice like that's a lumpy nail, right? You can look at the light line. It's like blah, 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 it just explodes because it is definitely not quite smooth yet, and that's totally okay. This is where I want y'all to set your expectations. You're going to have that little extra step. So this isn't the type of nail art that you do for free. Can I say it again for those in the back? This is not the type of nail art that you do for free. This is something that you charge extra for. So please make sure you're charging extra for your nail art, or else just build the nail art into your pricing structure and have your nails just include nail art in the price. Those are, in my opinion, the two best ways to do it. Your time is worth money. Your expertise is worth money. Your resources, everything that you have is worth something. Y'all need to be charging for it. So if they want Terrazzo nails, which is like the big thing for spring, summer 2024, then this is, it's going to take you an extra like 2 coats on the nails, because not only am I doing a coat of antique, I'm also having to do a coat of top coat as almost like a buffer coat. So I'm putting my top coat gel down, but again, we're not smooth, but this locks it all together so that when I go to file it, I'm going to file into it a little bit, and then the magical depth happens. So again, exploding light line because it's not perfect. Cure this. So it is going to take you 2 extra rounds in the light, and it's going to take you a file to just go, and you'll see how fast it is with a file like this. So please don't just hit it with the buffer. A buffer, you're going to be lumpy a little bit still. And if you're a perfectionist like me, I turn my perfectionism off and on depending on what area I'm in. I am a perfectionist when it comes to like finish and light lines and stuff. I'm very persnickety. Other parts I don't care so much about, but that is one part where I'm like, oh yeah, like I want them in the photo to have that like gorgeous, consistent light line on all the fingers, because it just bothers me when it doesn't, just because I know enough about doing nails to have it bother me. Hopefully I didn't just make it something that now bothers you as well. But if I did, sorry, not sorry, I guess. All right. And so this now is totally cured. It is tack free, but again, you would never want to leave somebody's nails like that. They're catchy. We're not finished. So we'll take our file. I don't think it matters what side you use. I'm going for the rough side. So I'm doing the 180, and I'm just because I want to get it done. Like, let's do this, right? Let's get her done. And it's cool because it's gel polish and I can file into it. Or you can, again, use your e-file. Get it with your e-file. It's not going to leave scratches or anything like that. Again, just double checking around the edges. And it's just as quick and simple as that. Yeah, light line for me, buddy, definitely. If you're worried about like just making sure you got every little nook and cranny good to go, you can come over with your sponge buffer real quick. If it makes you, it's like a security blanket for me. I always just rub over real fast with the sponge buffer because I can't help myself. And now we're ready for top coat, and it's going to be done. So here we go with top coat, and this is the magical moment where all of a sudden we see that magical depth. Look at the depth. Can you see it? Isn't that so cool? And it's really, I attribute it to antique. Something else you can do to really help your light line is you can hang your nail. We call it hanging the nail. So if you're a girl that, or, you know, just if you're somebody doing press on nails, I always recommend on that last coat that you just hang the nail like this for maybe just 10 seconds is all it takes really. You can always do that with your client's hand as well. Just watch that thumb because you'll just hang it all, go sideways, and they'll be flooded over on the one side. But you can always hang it like that to get that extra nice light line on there. And so then you put this in. If you don't have antique, I would recommend buying it. And if you're just like, I have to do this right now today and I don't have it, you could try mixing a little bit of white gel polish into a top coat. You just need to like do that somewhere where you can, you know, have it in a puddle to be able to put it on all the nails. Also, if you have any of our jars, we do sell like empty jars. We sell empty gel jars, so you could do it that way, but I would just get antique because we actually use the antique for so many things at Wildflowers. You will have a ton of ways to use that antique color, and some people just like antique all by itself. It does make a really nice color, just all by itself alone. So Chelsea, yeah, I know, right? I was like, ooh, I would just pop the tiniest bit of gold leaf in there, would make it so nice. So here is our finished terrazzo nail. Are you guys excited to try this? I was so excited about this technique. I'm like, this is seriously so cool. And you don't have to do it on every single nail. It's one of those that you can do, like, you could pick any color inside of here to do for the rest of the nails. But yeah, this is such a fun look. And again, you can customize what you choose for your terrazzo mixture. So what I did was, I'll show you my color palettes. Just like if I was in the salon, this is what I would have ready to go. This is a kind of soft pastel color palette right here that I did. So in order to do these, I'll tell you the colors really quickly. And these are colors that are really hot for spring, summer as well. So I will just highlight these quickly. So that is going to be this palette right here. This palette consists of Pink Puff, Buttercream, which is what I just used, Buttercup, which is that really soft yellow, Tickled, and Belize, and one last one is Baby Blue. Okay, so this is going to be an amazing color palette for spring, summer 2024, which we're already in spring, summer. So if you don't have these colors, you might want to grab them. They make such a nice set of colors. And that is exactly what I used to do this one right here. I think I may have just omitted the buttercream in this one, but such a nice collection right there. Yeah, you could totally put foil. Putting some foil in would be amazing. And then the other ones, if you're looking for really nice bright colors for summer, we have these colors as well. So this is what I used to make the other set that you saw. This is called Pep Rally. I love this color. It's like a cool neon pink. So my favorite neon pink, and I'm not really a pink girl. We have neon orange, neon yellow, neon green. This is Sunny Blue is what this one's called. And of course, neon purple. So these are always hot colors for summer, no matter where you go. Everybody always wants those really bright pop-in neons. And then again, we had this traditional terrazzo blend that I used for today's live. But what I recommend you do is just look at different terrazzos, kind of pick apart. Yeah, you could separate them, definitely. So, but antique is really the thing that like gave it that depth that I was looking for. So whatever you decide, make sure you blanket it with antique because it really gives it that look that like stuff is sinking down in. And wow, I cannot wait to see what you guys do. Again, if you want to know the coffee grinder I use, Just comment 321. Type 321 into the comments. Do it right now. 321. And what'll happen is I will actually inbox you this. It's a $15 coffee grinder from Amazon. I keep it in the salon. I use it for mixing pigments. I use it for mixing like acrylic powders. I use it for mixing glitters when I'm doing any type of batches of stuff. So if you want this exact coffee grinder for like $15 from Amazon, this is the one that I recommend. And again, you're going to put your slabs of gel polish in and just do some quick pulses. And you'll see that just break apart into those little shards that we made. So, yeah. That's it. Questions. I think I saw Nikki Spriggs had asked. It was a great question. Nikki Spriggs had asked, hey, can you do this? Sorry, I'm coming. There we go. Okay. She's like, can I do this with, sorry, I'm just tightening my thing. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna I'm in my closet, y'all. Hold on. She asked the question, can I do this with chrome? Here's what I'm going to say. Oh, it's better. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say about doing it with chrome. Chrome, if you put the chrome on nice and thick and it's not one of those ghosty chromes, it's like silver chrome, gold chrome, one of those chromes, the light can't get through and cure it. What I would use though is I would use the chrome paint gels. So I would go ahead, I would put a layer of top coat, cure it. I would paint a really thin layer of our chrome paint gels, cure it, and then go over that with top coat. Or if you want to, you could do just top coat gel. You just don't want to do chrome into anything wet, I guess is what I'm really saying. Don't do it into anything wet. Put down that layer of top coat. Oh, thanks, Connie, you're sweet. Put down that layer of top coat and cure it. And then if you want to rub your silver chrome powder into that, or if you need to incorporate black, but yeah, you could totally do it that way. Just be prepared that if you file into it and you have black under, you're going to get black, which could look really cool. And honestly, I see people all the time that blend, that put gold leaf right into their blender. So you could always we have those two leaves, the foil leaves. Actually, we have foil leaf, and then we have like a set of 3 foil leaves. So you could take a piece of that, throw that into your coffee grinder as well, pulse that just right along with your stuff, and you'll have little metallic shards as well. So yeah, so many cool things that you could do to get the terrazzo look. Guys, please tag me. I want to see when you do it. I'm so excited to see you do it. I want you guys to sign up for Portfolio Builder on Zoom with me. It's all new nails, nail designs that I've never done. I have them right here and they're so stinking cute, and I'm not going to show them to you, but they're right here. Oh, not there. Those are the Eclipse nails. They're right here beside them. They're right here. Ugh. And I'm not going to show you, but they're all new nails for Portfolio Builder. It is the weekend after Premiere Orlando. The class is filling up, so please don't wait. You get a big giant kit in the mail when you sign up for that class. So you're going to get a Wildflowers like starter kit, which if you already have a bunch of our stuff, it's going to be great because it's all travel size. So if you're traveling to any of these retreats or classes, I'm not going to be traveling really anywhere this year. I am having one of those years where I'm moving and we're moving the business as well. So I will be moving back to Florida next week. Actually, hopefully this week. Please, Jesus. I hope it's this week. Which we also have to move the business. So it's pretty nutty, and we are keeping the business here. Like, me and my husband are going to be kind of in 2 places and back and forth. The business is going to, like, our warehouse is going to stay here in Georgia for a while until we sell this house. And so we're going to be like boing, boing, boing back and forth. And I don't know the timing of all of it because we, have to get our house on the market here and get it sold, but we're trying to get out of here first because you cannot sell a house like this with big giant golden retrievers and children and all of that, because we will definitely not get what it's worth, because there are literally giant balls of dog hair just drifting around. Y'all want a tour of my house? I'll show you. It's pretty crazy. We're in the closet right now. But I'll take you and show you. It's such a pretty place. I'm sad to leave it, but it's too big. You know, like I was always like, oh, I'd love to have a giant house so I could like have a bunch of people. And then like nobody came. I was like talking about family and stuff like that. And then it was just like, everybody's always busy, you know, and they did come. It's not like that nobody ever came, but I always was like, oh, it'd be so cool. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm married to like an introvert. I don't think that's going to work. It would have worked for me, but you know, I have other people to consider. Anyway, I'm trying to see if I can zoom out. This is my closet. You're going to laugh when you see where I just recorded that live. This is literally a closet in my bathroom. So this is where the behind the scenes exclusive tour. I just filmed that whole Facebook Live on a rickety shelf from Walmart. And there's my desk right there. Here I am. Hey. And I just had these IKEA shelves in my closet. They were pretty awesome. This is my bathroom. And my husband's closet is there. And we did like a little remodel, but the lady who lived here, let me tell you about this toilet. There's a heated floor. We didn't do the heated floor, but the lady who lived here, she has this bidet, and I swear the thing practically like vibrates your butt. It does everything. It's like, I was scared when we first got here, but we have this like lovely linen closet that this was actually like a regular closet, and we turned it into a linen closet. I used to record in there too. I know you guys remember. Here's one of my giant doggos. Here's my bed, not made bed, but I do love this rug so much. But I want to show you out back because it is so beautiful. And this is what I'll miss the most about living here is look at how beautiful this is. I'm going to miss this so much. We have a beautiful swimming pool and just this pond, and there's baby geese down there. If you look, I'm sure you probably can't see, maybe see right there. I'll move my finger. That is a goose laying on her eggs. She is on her eggs right now. And there's also baby geese. They're having like a gang war in this pond. It's so funny. We hear them at 6 a.m. So on that side of the pond down there, there's a mom and dad goose that have about 5 babies. And so they come over because my husband feeds them all every day. And yeah, it's so funny. But my dogs love it here too because they like to swim in the pond and do all of that. And so I'm like, ooh, because we're going to move to a house that doesn't have, here's my other doggy. Say hi, Tuna Girl. She winked at you. And here's the girls at the piano. And I'm giving them a house tour. It's like cribs. This is our living room, which is so cool because these windows, my phone. Sorry. Okay, anyway. We have this excuse me, honey. We got this really pretty, like, big, giant room here with the fireplace. But what's fun, what I really wanted to do, my husband wouldn't let me, is I wanted to hang those, those, like, silk things that they use in the circus. I wanted to, like, hang them from the ceiling. Like, Hannah's like, why didn't we do that? Daddy wouldn't let me. The other thing we talked about doing in this room was like my husband wanted to put a basketball hoop there because this is kind of like a gym floor. And we were like, oh, dude, we go play basketball in here. We bought this house and it was really run down. So we have done a lot. Yeah. And she's like, we should do a trampoline. We have fixed it up. We bought it as like a fixer-upper, basically. For skate, we have roller skated in here, definitely. So this is like the living room. We've got all of our beanbag chairs. And my husband got me that for my birthday. But again, we're moving. Here's kitchen.
Boo!
Boo! I thought you were excited to go to Florida.
Yeah, but I'm gonna miss it.
I'm going to miss it too. And then
There's not even gonna be a pool.
I know. We built on this part here. Yeah, there's 2 fireplaces. I know, it's crazy, right? You can get some really good places in Georgia. I'm telling you. There's like a pool house. There's a sauna in there from like 1981. But we actually own 29 acres. It just goes that way. It's 29 acres that we own.
This house was
really, Tuna?
That's mine. Leave it alone.
And let's see. Since the house is for sale, now this isn't like official, but we've got a giant pantry here. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, when we moved here. We have a nice big laundry room here. Nothing too exciting in the laundry room. Doggo. And then of course there's like, how many bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs? I don't know, too many bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs, but there's a bunch. My office, I don't want to go up there because I have on sandals, but there's bedroom and bathroom right there. And then when you go down this hallway, there's 3 more bedrooms and bathrooms. And then there's a 3rd floor that's just big and wide open. It's too much. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a funny story real quick.
And we can't keep up with this house, so that's why we're moving.
Yeah, but you just can't keep up with it. And 29 acres, and it's like, yeah, just too much. But anyway, we love it. We love it. I'm not complaining sizing. It's getting mad at me. The internet's getting mad at me. When we first moved in here, one of the toilets was like running, and we had to fix it. And the plumber came out, charged us like some crazy amount, like $200 or something to fix it, which we probably could have just done it ourselves. From that point forward, we tried like doing as much of it we could ourselves. But 3 days later, all 8 other toilets had the exact same problem. I was like, what is happening? And so what happens is, like, when you buy a house that was built in like, I don't know, 91 or whatever, or 80 something, I don't know, it's like everything kind of expires at the same time. And so all the rings went bad on all the toilets. And then shortly after that, like, all of the little mechanisms in the showers went bad at the same time. So we had to fix all of those. And then it was like, oh my gosh, everything. We redid the wood floors. We've done so much to this house. We had to redo the pool, the whole entire pool system, a new pool heater, like everything. And so we've put so much work into this house since living here. But now we're just like, okay, we're ready to, we're ready to let it go. Just somebody who can like keep up with all of it and really hopefully appreciate it. I hope a developer doesn't come and buy it and take the 29 acres and build like a neighborhood, but we are 20 minutes from the Atlanta airport. That's crazy.
Yeah.
On 29 acres, 20 minutes from the Atlanta airport. So I'm sure that someone will come along and swipe up our house. So anyway.
And every time we fix everything, something always goes wrong.
Yeah, so that's why we fixed it all up, huh? So anyway, I'm excited to get back to Florida and I can't wait to see you all. Bye.